What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream. Reginald VelJohnson, aka Papa Winslow, having a problem with Steve Urkel, aka Jaleel White. Let's get into this video. It's a rare. 1 second, my bad, guys. All right, let's get it. It's a rare.
When I say the phrase iconic TV dad, how does that make you feel that we're honoring you with this?
Old. I don't have any kids of my own.
Oh.
And I had to get used to being a father.
'Cause you never would have known.
Never would have known.
Oh, I missed you so much today, Daddy.
Oh, I missed you too.
The TGIF Classic first premiered in 1989 and went on to air 9 seasons. But audiences were first introduced to Carl and Harriet Winslow, played by Jo Marie Payton, in Perfect Strangers.
Hey, baby.
Hi, sweetums.
Hi, Balky.
It was one episode that I had to go do, and we kind of connected. She's wonderful to work with. They decided to put these two together and have her own show, and I was her husband.
And action.
Forget the eggs. We never had an argument or anything on the set.
Never?
Never. Not once, not ever.
The same can't be said of Jo Marie and Jaleel White, who played Steve Urkel.
You better check that attitude at the door.
He didn't have the etiquette that maybe I and some others had. There was one time he actually wanted to physically fight me. I was gonna go in there and whip his behind. I was gonna whip his behind.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be real. Let's say that it's a situation that you and Jaleel White, aka Mr. Urkel, my man, you know what I'm saying? Let's say that y'all had a dispute or whatever. Why come and talk about it on Entertainment Tonight 30 years after the fact? Why not just let it rest? Because now for me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It makes it seem like you're looking for attention. And it's like, why? You know? Certain things, like, we have to understand as people, certain things are better left alone than for us to try to rehash something that happened almost 30 years ago. When was the series held? From 1989 to 1998, right? That's 9 years. 1998 was how many years ago? That was 24 years ago? And we're talking about it in 2022. Come on, man. Come on. Let's continue.
Tell us during her interview that she didn't have the greatest relationship with Jaleel during that time.
Working with him was a challenge. There were some moments when he was a little difficult, but overall, I have nothing but good memories for him.
Got any cheese?
So while Family Matters was Jaleel's breakout role, Reginald's was in 1988, playing a...
And this is my thing. I know they're asking you questions, and it's good to be honest, but like at the same time as well, too, in certain situations, it's better, like I said, to leave it alone. You're talking about not having, the best relationship with him. He was probably a teenager when Family Matters was going on. It was probably a transition between a teenager and becoming an adult. So obviously, in your transition going from being a teenager to an adult, you're going to go through phases. Now, does that mean that anybody's perfect? No, nobody's perfect, but it's like for you guys to be bringing this up over 20 years after the fact is kind of ridiculous to me. I'm actually going to have to go on defense of Jaleel White. Now, I'm not saying he's perfect. Nobody's perfect. All of us have our own issues, but it's like, I just don't understand why you're bringing this up 20 years after the fact. I just think it's kind of crazy. Well, let's continue.
different sort of cop.
I'm kind of busy right now. I'll talk to you later.
What's wrong?
You were cast as Sergeant Al Powell
Yes.
in Die Hard.
Yes.
Would you call that your breakthrough role?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. I didn't realize it at that time.
A behind-the-scenes secret? Reginald wasn't the first casting choice.
The actor that had that role, the role that I played, was supposed to be,
You can say it.
can I say it?
You can say it.
Was supposed to be Gene Hackman.
Really?
Yes, it was. But something happened and he didn't do it, and they decided to cast an unknown actor. It was the last day of the casting. When I came into the room, it was Wesley Snipes. And I said, Wes, hey, cool, you know. So he said, well, I said, well, you go first. So he went first, and I listened at the door to him auditioning. I never told him that.
I love that.
Now you know, Wesley, I did that. So Bruce Willis, he said, well, let's get that guy. And he pointed me out, and then that's how I got the role. But, you know, no one knows that.
You got yourself a good man.
You take good care of them.
Sadly, Bruce recently announced his retirement from acting due to the degenerative brain disease aphasia. We know that Bruce is dealing with a health crisis right now. And so any just words of encouragement or love or support to him?
He's the best actor to work with, and I appreciate what he gave me and what he did in the film, and I wish him nothing but the best.
All right, no free promos. Anyway, so with that being said, like I said once again, even if you guys had problems with Jaleel White or Steve Urkel at the time, I don't think it makes sense that you guys are coming out 20 years after the fact and are rehashing issues that you guys had. Because if you think about it, there isn't a single group of people in life that aren't going to have some type of issues, you feel what I'm saying? But we as people have to learn how to be mature and just let go of certain situations, right? Let God take its course. Even if, I'm not saying, okay, because let's dissect, right? The person who played the mother in Family Matters, right? She basically came out and said that there were certain points where he tried to threaten to fight her. My thing is that when you handled it in that situation back in the 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, why are you still bringing it up? I just don't understand it, because now you're like, this is my thing. And it's like, in 2022, even the older generation, people think that the older generation are any better. The older generation as well too. They would try to do anything for attention. And it's like, I'm not knocking what you're doing, but it's like, my thing is, don't put another person down to make yourself look better for attention. Do whatever you have to do. Do whatever is good, at least. But don't try to knock another person just to make yourself look better. That to me is weak. I'm just going to be honest. I just think it's weak. You feel what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, obviously the show lasted for as long as it lasted, right? Very, very good moments. I used to watch it as a kid, the reruns, obviously, because I am a 2000s baby. But with that being said, there were a lot of things. One quick second, guys. All right, guys, so I'm back. So, yeah, like we were saying, in situations like this, obviously you're going to have your issues with somebody. You're going to have your positives. You're going to have your negatives. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's all about your mentality. It's all about moving past all of the squabbles or all of the negative things that you guys faced in the past when it came to dealing with each other. Because if you can go past all of the negatives, then it's going to lead to positives, right? You have to understand there's not a single group of people on earth that don't have their own type of issues. You feel what I'm saying? Most people get into disagreements, and it's normal. But it's all about the way you portray yourself, and it's all about the way you portray other people just to make a point. Don't portray people in a negative light just to make yourself look better. This is for everybody, not only for this video, but I'm saying in general, for purposes in the future. Because we can all grow, we can all level up, we can all learn, we can all become the people that God has called us to become, but we have to live in unity. We have to live in peace. We have to try to enact peace in every single way of our life, every single day, in order to be able to accomplish the things that God has called us for. If we can do that, then every other thing else will work out. But we have to stay locked in, trust in God, keep putting in the effort, keep putting in the work, and watch how he blesses us in our life every single day. You might not realize it, but you're literally a few steps away from greatness, especially if you're putting in the work and you're trusting in God. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, unfortunately, you're not woke. Just come into this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links. So make sure you give those a check. Without further ado, let's come into this video. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.